You've probably heard me mention the Google Translate button on Chrome. This is great because it allows you to search literally worldwide and require no linguistic supernatural abilities. So let's go for it and get this over with. So you've got it recorded and you can refer to it at any time. This is the Chrome icon. And if you haven't downloaded Chrome, I recommend it. Chrome is a browser, so it's like Safari, which all you Apple users probably use. And Chrome is the Google anti-hero, if you like, if you're into all things Apple. Anyway, Google Translate has a great functionality which Apple won't allow, so that's the reason you can't get the Translate button on the actual app. So let's go in and see, let's go back because I wanted you to see it from the very start. Once you're in to Google Chrome, you go in to search for cookidoo. You see, this is why. So you go into Google Chrome, you search for cookidoo.co.uk, and when you're in there, you can then do a search for something that you want. Now, when I was preparing this, I thought, well, what's one that would probably work on several European languages, and I thought it'd be tiramisu. But let's do it from the start, and let's do maybe a creme caramel. Now, I know that creme caramel is going to be, not crime, it's going to be on the British one, but we might do a creme caramel. And what we need to see is that that's the one that comes up in the English. Now, one of the, I think, annoying things with the cookidoo is it will default back to your own language on the filter. So it will, every time you've put Australia and so on in, and you haven't then used it for a while or a day or a couple of hours, it will default. So we want a French creme caramel, and we probably want a Spanish creme caramel, and then we might also try Switzerland. But there we go. So we've got all of those, and we'll now see that some of these are the same in all the languages apart from the different language. But now we've got one that's definitely. As is this one, in a different language. So we'll just choose one of these. And let's look for the most yummy. I think that one at the top looked pretty darn good. Creme caramel or gelato, or whatever. So let's go on that. We can, if we scroll down, we then see that it's definitely not in English. And if we can see down here that it's actually in Italian, which has been identified by Google Translate. What we want is to put it into English. So we press at the bottom there, the little English. So we've got Italian, we've got English, we've got this Google Translate logo. And then all is revealed. So we can see that it's dead simple, it's as we would expect of creme caramel, and we can then save that. So we can save in the normal way to recipes, we can add it to a collection, I can add to my collection, I can either add to desserts, so these are my collections, I can add to desserts, and of course there's nothing to stop me adding it to another collection. So I can add to another collection, I can add to a don't stay away collection, I can add it to a chocolate collection. And the more that you can do is, of course, you can share that recipe, and if you make it and it's an absolute flop, you can put a 1 on it, I know you can deserve a 1, or a 5, or anything in between. Some people say to me, well, I've had some failures on cookidoo, but you know what, I've had failures on cookbooks before, so I wouldn't be too hard on cookidoo. And what I'd say and what I do is, if I think it was just too much of a liquid or too little of something, or oh crikey, I'm not putting that much salt in or that much sugar in, which I think does happen with some of the desserts, you just cut back on that sugar. Just don't follow the ingredients religiously. Get a feel for whether you feel it's too much sugar. Clearly, if you cut way back on sugar on something like a jam, you're probably not going to get it to, the amount required for pectin and so on. So, bear with it. Jam is sweet, full stop. But anyway, I hope this has made the whole Translate thing clearer. There are so many cookidoo platforms out there in so many languages, and this makes it easy. I mean, like all recipe translates, it's quite often brings a smile to your face, but you get that once you've got that on there, once it's saved, you can get that. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and I'm looking for feedback, constructive. Thank you. Bye bye, my lovely mixers.